Every story has an ending. Does our quest to play the top 100 courses in 10 years have a good ending? I'm Nish,
I'm Chris.
I'm Jim.
and we're here to guide you through this golfing journey. This is the Top 110 Golf Podcast. Episode 26, England's Hardest Course. Billy Ocean once sang, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." We are playing England's hardest golf course this week. It's ranked 20 on our list and 58 in the whole world.
Nice.
So, I think this is easily ranked the hardest, the highest ranked course that we've played.
Is it?
I think at 20.
Okay.
I don't think we've played anything in the top 20 up till now.
Just in the top 20
Of our
hardest.
No,
Oh,
just
you mean as
of
in the
our
top list?
top
Yeah,
100
sorry,
list.
yeah. The best.
And it has a pretty fearsome reputation, which is excellent. So,
Yeah.
And I'm not playing this one.
Yeah.
The tough get going.
It's been a while since
the tough got gone.
it's been a while since we opened with the shit quote, hasn't it, Nish?
And I've
You've not done one
stopped
for a few
doing
weeks.
it. Yeah.
Where did that come
Bring
from?
them back.
Sprung that one on us.
I managed to set everything up early, and I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to resurrect
You're gonna
my
go for your
terrible
go
quotes.
for your
again.
quotes.
Great song.
Number of good songs.
Like I say, it does have a fearsome reputation, this golf course. So, for context, there's a bit of jargon and lingo in this episode, I think, which we'll try and clear up as much as we can. So, this course has a slope rating of, off the yellow tees, which is what we're going to play, of 149. Now, that is out of a maximum you can get is 155. So, slope ratings, Jim,
Yeah.
because you're looking very bemused,
I am.
is a relatively new thing with this new handicap system. So this is going to rear its head a lot as we're doing this challenge, but the handicap system is something that's been very divisive amongst people. So I've mentioned it before where my handicap is a number, it's 16.6 currently, and it's adjusted according to the perceived difficulty of that course.
Right.
The difficulty is that slope rating. If it's a 155, for instance, that means it's the hardest course ever. I get extra shots above my handicap.
Mhm.
it's
So what?
adjusted.
Have you got any examples of like what's a 155? Is that like
I don't know
Beth
of any
Page?
one
Beth
fi-
Page Black.
I'd
maybe.
imagine so, something like that. Because they've even got signs up saying
But
if
danger.
you're a shit golfer, just turn around.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
don't play this course. So that's got to be up there with 155. I mean, it's 151 off the white tees.
I did notice there was like a maximum handicap limit. Was it like 22 or 24 or something for men?
Like
At
you
Woodhall
can't-
Spa?
and so you have anything above that you can't play.
Yeah. So that's
I
I
think
guess
they said
that's
that-
kind of the same thing.
I think they said that were all St David's as well, didn't they, or something?
No, I don't think so. I think they
Is that not
I
on?
think it was on the website.
was it? Oh right, okay.
But would that be on your normal handicap or your adjusted handicap?
Your normal handicap. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, right. That sort of makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically it's fucking hard. it's what I'm
Sweet.
saying. So yeah, the slope rating thing is like, and I think that, again, that's easily the hardest course we played. So my handicap's only ever been adjusted up to 23. That was SNA, and that was up from 19. So this is now, yeah, a serious jump up.
Yeah. So what are you going from this time? 16 to
16.6 up to 20. Where have I got it written down? 22.
22.
Yeah,
It's a full 6 shots.
6 shots harder. And what would it have been? It went from 19 up to 23, so that's 4 shots. So in theory, it's 50% harder than
Yeah.
SNA.
What yardage is it off the yellows?
Great question. I don't know.
Come on, Nish. I thought you said you'd done some research.
6,800.
Let's have a look.
Imagine if I got that right. 6,842. I'm going to say. I'm guessing. It's an even number.
Is it? You sure?
Oh, 50% chance here. I'm going for it. But that's a slope rating, Jim, and that's how it works. So
Why is it called the slope rating?
do you know what? I don't know why it's got the terminology is slope rating. That again doesn't
Because
really
to me
make-
it just sounded like, oh, it's
Yeah, I thought initially I was like it's a greens thing, like
Yeah,
it's the
yeah, that's
pace of the green and whatever. But no, it's slope rating. So I don't really know. I could be getting this really wrong, and somebody's gonna.
yeah, just don't say
Actually,
anything.
nobody's going to write in, are they? Because nobody's listening. But somebody could write in and go, "You've just got this wholly wrong. What are you doing? What are you saying?" But I don't know if there are any instances where the slope rating is less, like lower. It's a much easier course, therefore your handicap goes. I don't know of any instances of that.
Probably the only place that springs to mind is where you got a hole in one. It's where it was just like kids golf basically.
Oh wow, we're going there. We're going there.
It's the only place I can
Well,
think of, Nish.
if
That's
we-
the,
if
it's
we-
the only
if-
one that springs to
If
mind.
we're gonna fire shots, let's fire this other one. So, because this gives me a chance to plug our Instagram feed. So our Instagram feed, we just was it yesterday, day before yesterday, we posted a video and it was about the par three. I think it was the ninth
The ninth at Abu Dhabi.
at Abu Dhabi where you hit your tee shot. It was a 6-iron that you hit,
Yeah.
absolutely creamed it.
Yeah.
Then Jim stepped up and basically repeated that same shot.
I bet it hit a 7-iron as well.
What-
didn't you,
what-
Jim?
did he hit, Last night when we were stood outside there, he went, I watched that clip and you're never going to believe what club I played. I was like, tell me it was 7, tell me it was 7, tell me it was 7-iron.
You bastard.
So we'll call that 1-1, shall we? You have to bring that up. You have to bring that up. No, can't not let it go. So
Yeah, but you've got new clubs, Jim. Mine are like 20 years old, so that's at least like 2 clubs worth of yardage.
shots fired back. I'm
Look,
staying
no.
out. I'm staying out of this. I've done my bit.
Yeah. You kicked it off.
It's the only one thing I'm ever going to have over Chris when it kicks it off. So there we go.
You can have that one, Jim. I'll give you that
Thank
one.
you.
It was a great shot.
So do we have any general observations about this golf course that you guys have picked up anywhere aside from the fact that it's bloody hard? And,
So I've just had a quick look. It's 6,522 yards. It's not that long.
okay,
It's long enough off the yellows, but
there
it's
is
not
one
like
fact in there, isn't there? So the length isn't there, but it's
bunkers.
got 142 bunkers over 18 holes.
142.
About 8 a hole on average.
Or there's just like no bunkers for 17 holes and 142 on like on the 18th.
I wish that was the
There's
case,
there's quite a
Chris.
few on there.
I would take that. I've seen the flyover videos.
Yeah.
If we don't hit it straight, which is very likely,
Yeah.
we're in trouble. We're in real trouble. And actually, a lot of
Bunker
bunkers,
trouble or like
bunker
trouble. I
Like-
don't mind a bit of bunker trouble.
It's
on the
weird though, 'cause-
fairways.
right? So again, this terminology stuff here now. So it was described on the video as a classic Heathland course.
Okay.
Right. So there are going to be people listening to this who've got no idea what any of that means. So obviously we've been talking about links quite a lot.
Wuthering Heights, isn't it? Basically.
We've obviously been talking about links, and that's usually coastal. Well, it is always coastal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's characterized by sort of dunes, it's windswept, rippling fairways, things like that. What other types of courses have you got? I know you got Parkland, you got Heathland.
Yeah.
What else have you got?
Beyond that, so you got Links, Parkland, Heathland.
Moorland? Is that
Don't
not a phrase? Is that am I
I mean,
making that
I
up?
guess, yeah, I think you've probably there's not that many moorland. There
What-
probably
what-
are. Actually, maybe there is a moorland
Your
course. I
average
don't know.
course that everybody generally around the country is playing on, would that be
That's a
called
Parkland.
course?
Yeah, that's a
right?
Parkland course. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like
That's
tree
like
line fairways.
Probably, I'm going to pluck a number out here. 80% of the golf courses in the UK are probably Parkland golf courses.
90% of stats are made up on the spot.
Exactly,
So 80% of courses are Parkland courses. Right, fine. Heathland then, what's that? What is
So
that
Heathland's a bit. It feels a little bit more linksy. So you kind of got
Yeah.
you've got that firm sandy turf,
Yeah.
just haven't got the sea. You'll often have kind of gorse and those kind of bits as around. So it feels a little bit more linksy. It's probably somewhere in between the two.
in between the two?
It's a bit like a links without the sea. That would be my best description of it.
So
So
probably don't have the wind to contest with, obviously because it's not coastal. So that's a big thing. And then
so Moortown was
Moortown
Heathland.
was Heathland.
That was
right,
Heathland.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. I like that. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Moortown as a challenge.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's good.
I
So-
I think so. Places like Sunningdale and those kind of places, they're like the key on that sand belt. They're the main Heathland courses around there. And I think they tend to be incredibly good-looking golf courses. I think. So I think some of the ones that I'm most excited about playing are some of the Heathland ones,
yeah.
like Sunningdale Old and all of those kind of places.
Yeah, and you've
Um,
heard of those ones, haven't you?
yeah.
There's a bit of.
Yeah. The
I mean,
pedigree.
well, this is the 58th ranked in the world.
I'm surprised that it's up there because I don't think people talk about it in particularly high regards.
I never heard of it.
I think people say it's hard. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I think people say it's hard. I don't think people talk about it in majorly glowing terms. But I mean, maybe that's old information because I think you were saying that it's been redesigned.
Yeah, I
very
won't say the
recently.
name because I don't want to cross promote anything here. But I was listening to another podcast there are other podcasts out there. Shock horror.
No way.
But I was listening to another podcast, and there's a couple of things that they did actually say about. So you're right. It's the National Golf Centre.
Yeah.
So our national whatever must be in English. It's our National Golf Centre.
And we
Home
chose
of golf.
Lincoln.
Basically, it's Lincoln.
How did that happen?
The
I
home of
guess
golf.
it's kind of central to no one.
Really?
It is. It's one of those places, though, isn't it, that it's just really difficult for everyone to get to, really. It certainly is from this side of the country, anyway. So it feels like it's kind of out on a limb a little bit, doesn't it? Out there?
Difficult to get to.
Difficult, yeah. Like everyone's going to struggle the same amount to
Yeah.
get to this golf course.
Yeah, let's just make it fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the people who are near us are going to struggle to
So
get in.
you're going to struggle to get here. You're going to struggle to play it. You're going to have a really great day out. It's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a long round of golf.
And then a long drive back.
Yeah.
Now, so actually, with it being, I should mention this actually, the kind of the booking process, because it was kind of so with it being the National Golf Centre, we're members of a golf club, so we have EGU, which is English Golf Union. We have EGU membership. We are able to play. Any visitor can ring up and play. That's fine. We get a discounted green fee. So I think it's at this time of year, it's £140, I think, 145, I think it is, for just a visitor to play. It's £10 off if you're an iGolf member. So a lot of people are doing that to get their handicap, because then they're not affiliated to a club. And then if you actually are affiliated to a club, you're a full EGU member, it's £125. So it was pretty simple. It's really straightforward. I emailed him, a chap called Brian, just like within 5 minutes, he was straight on it. Big email, great, we'd love to welcome you.
Yeah.
These are the dates available. I was almost like, wasn't expecting this so quick. Let me just email my playing partner and I'll get back to you shortly, kind of thing.
But it's great that they've got that accessibility factor, though, isn't it? And I think just from reading bits around kind of like, dress code and stuff in the clubhouse, it feels like it's very much going for a kind of informal, kind of relaxed kind of vibe, and kind of, I guess the home of English golf. It's kind of
a modern,
being a bit less traditional, which is
Inclusive,
it's quite nice, isn't it?
inclusive.
Yeah.
Good word.
Anyone can
But
play
I think the EGU are quite big on inclusivity. Inclusivity.
Inclusivity.
That one.
I'll
How
edit
much?
that out.
How much Guinness Zero have I drunk
Mate,
tonight?
you and your Guinness Zeros just goes to his head, doesn't it? Too much hops. Oh God.
But basically, they want to be inclusive. So I think they do. What's the little? Have you seen the little promotion that's going around at the minute? But I can't think what the tagline is. But it's basically saying, "Come and play golf wherever, however, wearing whatever," kind of thing. It's a bit more.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
the backing the Shakira song.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Whenever.
Oh,
Wherever.
yeah.
That's definitely the promo video.
That's a poor
soundtrack.
reference. Yeah, I mean, there's a few people obviously we've spoken to, and dress codes and things have come up, and it's nice actually that the National Golf Centre should have that progressive attitude.
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
I'm quite looking forward to going actually, and I think you told us something that Coach.
Yeah. So my coach was saying,
What's his actual name?
Don't put me on the spot. I can't say his surname.
I
It's called
don't
Dan.
say his last name. Just Dan.
Coach Dan.
Coach
Yeah,
Dan.
Coach Dan.
Yeah,
Coach Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Don't know his last name.
Well, I do know it, but I just can't
Oh, right.
pronounce it.
We'll edit that bit out as well.
It's going to be heavy editing tonight, Nish. I've completely forgotten what I was trying to say then. What was I going to say?
Your coach was telling you something about the.
Yeah, so he's basically saying the
course.
short game area is incredible. So
Right.
they redid it 4 or 5 years ago or something, and he said it's like top notch, like probably one of the best in the country.
Nice.
So make sure you go and kind of use that pre-round.
Yeah, I mean, we were having a chat today, weren't we, about what time to set off and what have you, and so it's a long.
Yeah,
long
he also
schlep
said-
from here, isn't it?
He also said it's incredibly difficult to get to. He's like, "You staying over?" I was like, "No." He's like,
Oh, okay. That's always
"Good luck."
That's a great endorsement, isn't it? You stayed over? No. Oh. You're there and back in a sec. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, it feels like some of the courses in Scotland are easier to get to and back than
It does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
We've kind of got to worm our way across the country, haven't we? Quite a
Yeah.
lot. So lovely. Oh well,
M62A1.
it's a Friday. What else are we doing? The weather this week is supposed to be blinding.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
And what? So kind of wear shorts then? That's
Big
Ooh,
question. Big question, Nish.
Probably a bit pasty at the minute, to be honest. I need to get a bit of a base tan
Oh,
first.
shut up. You got a week.
That's true.
It's going to be
A
big
week,
that
of,
week.
a week of full sun. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go the opposite. I'll do all bright red, like burn myself.
Don't do that.
But I think
big, not clever.
one of the things that did come up in other podcast was,
Should we just like play their podcasts rather than do our own? Just
well, I don't infringe any copyright, so
Okay,
maybe
fine.
I'll AI it so it's in our voices.
perfect. Let's do that.
That's what we'll do. To be honest, the podcast in general, that's one of the reasons why I'm not naming it. It was quite boring, but it was
Okay.
one of these things where I was like, I want to research the course because
Yeah.
A, that's what we need to do anyway, and we need to give
Yeah.
people a flavour for it. And I was like, but this is the easiest way for me to learn a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
about it.
And to be fair, this one has been a bit last minute. So this is probably the least prepared I think we've been
Correct,
for any of
yeah.
our courses because this
Like, it was
wasn't.
quite a last minute
We
booking.
weren't
wasn't
supposed
it?
to be playing this course. We were supposed to be playing another course.
Another course, yeah. But it was like, I've got to learn about it. And actually, the content was interesting. It's just, I find said podcast quite boring to listen to, but it's well known and they do cover quite a lot of the courses and
Yeah.
subjects.
Yeah.
So the things I found out were when you were saying about sand and things like that. So it's obviously it's very underneath. It's all sand. And
What
some
type of sand?
places the sand, sandy sand, I think they said.
Is that magic sand that the
Baywatch
kids have got, like that
Sinking
magnetic
sand.
sand, whatever it's called?
Quick
Kinetic
sand.
sand.
Kinetic sand,
Oh,
that's
that
the
stuff
one,
is horrible, isn't it?
yeah.
They said in some places the sand is the sandy base is like 20 feet deep. So some of the bunkers are
20 feet
incredibly
deep.
deep.
We're just
Right.
filled with sand, like 20 foot of sand. Just keep
going.
digging.
Yeah, that's it. Try and find ball in that. So with 142 bunkers, a lot of them very deep, I think the technique is going to get tested out, and I think we'll be doing well to stay out of them.
It
entirety
feels
of
like a bit of a
18 holes.
side bet, that doesn't it? Fewest bunkers in the day.
I think that's a pretty
Just
good idea,
thinking,
actually.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's 5 minutes of the podcast gone then. That's a side bet done.
yeah,
Is that it? Are we going with that?
Yeah.
Fewest bunkers hit.
Yeah.
in the
When he
round.
said 142 bunkers, I was like, ooh, right. Okay.
So we need bunker count.
is
then,
that the
don't
most
we?
bunkers we're going to play on any course? It feels like it.
Uh,
feels
The
like
way
quite a lot,
that
doesn't it?
everyone's saying about these courses, and I've
Yeah.
watched a few videos of people playing the course and things like that. All the video thumbnails that you get on YouTube, they're all like England's hardest course. This course is impossible. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
So I think the bunkers clearly seem to be a massive part of this. I remember thinking that looking at the flyovers from SNA that had a lot of bunkers, but I don't think we really ended up in many.
I'm not sure I ended
Just
up in
hit
any,
it
to be
straight,
honest.
yeah. If we just
Yeah.
hit it
Or
straight,
just hit it really,
Right into
really
the bunker.
wild into the big long rough
yes,
and then
avoid the bunkers full stop.
avoiding the
Yeah.
bunkers for sure.
I mean that obviously is like a big thing about it with this sort of sandy base and a load of bunkers. But the main thing that came out of this podcast was that a chap called Tom Doak, who I must admit I don't know about and haven't really heard of, but when I've been reading a few things off the back of hearing this podcast,
Yeah.
he seems to be quite a popular course designer.
Yeah.
His name has come up a few times.
Yeah.
So he was, because this is the National Golf Centre, it's owned by the EGU,
Yep.
English Golf Union, and as such, although it has members, it's unusual in that the members don't own the club.
Yes, it's privately owned. Yeah.
Privately owned.
Yeah.
So basically, the owner, EGU, can decide without any votes or anything like that what they want to do.
Yeah.
So about 8-9 years ago, they decided to they put it out to tender, but Tom Doak won the bid
Okay. Yeah.
to redesign the course basically. So in this podcast, the director from the course was there,
Yeah.
and he sort of talked a little bit about it. So he said he liked it because he said, Tom, on first name terms now, why not?
Absolutely.
Big T. He doesn't just have like an identikit way of doing courses, because a lot of courses are like, oh, that's a classic
Mackenzie course. Yeah.
That's a classic Nicholas course. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Palmer, that kind of thing. He's not like that. He works with what's in front of him,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So he said he did it really sympathetically, but then also
Sympathetic to who?
to the original.
Oh, to the original.
Yeah, apparently
Not to the
It'd
players.
gone. What I think the guy was saying that what basically happened was, as would happen anyway, he was saying a lot of the trees had cut over the years, had come up just through natural spreading and whatever. So the characteristics of the hole had changed completely on
Because
some of them.
that new trees had grown.
New trees had grown, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like, actually, we need to strip it back and take it back to what it was before.
So like take those trees out effectively.
I think
or-
they took a lot
yeah,
out, yeah,
Yeah.
and redefined a lot of the lines to the fairways and risk
Right.
reward and all that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
So it's unprecedented for somebody to do all 18
In
on
one
an
go.
existing one call, one go, because the members won't normally pass that through. It's a whole lot
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah. I mean, it must be like a few years worth of work that I would have thought.
I think so. Apparently, they
redoing a
said,
full
what do they
18.
say now? They took the work on themselves. So he did the design and they did the work themselves.
Right. Okay.
And he was like, we regretted that because there's a lot of work, so we should have got an outside contractor to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like then his main highlights then of the course were, I think the most dramatic redo of the course was on hole 7 and hole 14, so we should watch out for that
Okay.
and see what happens or what we think. I mean, we've got no reference point,
Yeah, we don't know
But-
what it was like before.
but if we just go on there and go, that was all right, and it's been okay, but yeah, so they were my highlights from said podcast.
Fair enough.
No,
It's
this-
funny, isn't it? Just
totally
thinking
was
about
boring.
like golf course designers, like Tom Doak. I know his name, but you can pretty much count the number of golf course designers on like one hand.
I gather so.
There
yeah.
must be only about 10 of them there. It must be the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
difficult job in the world to get.
Very specialised job.
Yeah, and how like I don't know.
How do you get into that?
I don't know. Maybe we should look
My
into
uncle
it.
He's a civil engineer.
So civil engineering would get you into.
Potentially. Depends what route you decide to go down afterwards. And he didn't specialise in it.
Yeah.
Railways, but
Was it one of these things where like you get one and then people go, "Oh, that was a nice course. I think we'll get him in for, or her."
well, he's
Or
probably
they.
not I mean, you need the civil engineers for the structural aspect of it.
Yeah.
Depending if you're building it from scratch
Yeah.
and looking at the terrain, because someone else will design it.
Yeah, because I
So
suspect
it's a
I suspect you're
designer
right.
and actually somebody who's actually manufacturing the course.
I suspect from pretty much all these courses, there's probably a million other people that do most of it. They just get the name in to say, "Oh,
Yeah.
Mackenzie
Yeah,
designed
yeah.
it," and he's
Yeah,
just gone, "Oh, but 2 seconds work. You've drawn a green, gone. That's it, right? It's Mackenzie design, done. There you
Both
go."
sides, just like,
Yeah,
It's little. Yeah.
yeah.
Shift the green 2 yards left.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
What a genius.
It's a little bit like when you're in work and you kind of go into your boss's office with a piece of work and he just puts a few little marks on it and he goes away and goes, "Can you just do that?" And you're like, "That's like 6 weeks work."
It's literally, yeah. Yeah, so I think in terms of like kind of, it's not really a history kind of place, is it?
It's quite an old golf club though, isn't it? I
Is it?
think.
When
I think
did
it's
it-
like an 18.
1890.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's
So
a
it's-
9-hole golf course, and then they sold the land, or there was something anyway. Somebody gave them some other land that they could purchase further down the road, and that's when they built the 18-hole golf course, which opened in 1905.
You're very knowledgeable about Woodhall Spa Gym. What's happened? Have you been
Google.
before?
You sacked off the AI for this week then, Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
You gone old school.
Well, I was just trying to look at the number of the golf courses with the largest number of bunkers in the UK,
Okay.
and it goes to AI, goes straight to St Andrews is one of them.
Okay,
And it's
yeah,
got
yeah.
112, and Royal Troon's hole 8 is really difficult, and it's got one of the deepest bunkers. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't ask that
That-
question.
that's not
Yeah,
the
that's
question.
yeah.
You didn't answer my fucking question.
Yeah.
And yeah, then obviously you look at US, they've got somebody who's got 200 bunkers. or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
it's
but yeah,
ridiculous.
it's
But
like-
it's very much up there in terms of number of bunkers
Number of
in the
bunkers.
world.
Great.
Out of the prestigious courses anyway.
Great. But we've got a bone dry. Well, we've had a bone dry couple of weeks already. It's going to be baking hot this next few days. And
Yeah.
we're playing on the Friday, and it's dry anyway. So
So basically, all the balls are just going to run into the bunkers.
yeah, there's a lot of I think there's a lot of like, I'll just lay up short, and then that's not going to happen.
Dong, dong, dong,
Yeah,
dash.
yeah.
Or it gives you the chance to maybe say, I won't take the big stick out. I'll play an iron, and it.
Or you just get the big stick out and go over the bunkers.
I mean, that was working in Abu Dhabi, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think
Just go
there's
over.
there's a lot to be said for that.
Just
Depends
go
how
over.
strategically placed the bunkers are, but often you can just
I mean, looking at the
grip
flyovers,
it and rip it and go over.
it's an S&A type thing where it's like fairway, fine,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just left,
Bunker,
right,
bunker,
left,
bunker,
right,
bunker.
left,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So if you spray it, you've had it.
Bunker for everyone.
A bunker for everyone. Yeah.
I was going to say what you.
It's very inclusive, that, isn't
No,
it?
so when
Absolutely,
we're
yeah.
doing the review of the 16th at Abu Dhabi, which obviously was your favourite hole to date, and you said, I took an iron out on that one, and I should have gone for my
Should have
driver.
gone for the driver, yeah.
Yeah, because
Those winter
I'm
tee.
just
It was 250 yards winter tee. Like, I should have done that. That was just stupid to.
so yeah. I think what you need to do is just get the big stick out.
I mean, to be fair, I did drive the ball pretty well those two courses.
did.
So
Because you had those bunkers
think-
that kept
yeah,
cheating off the back.
kick off the back of the bunker.
That was
That was
A
hilarious.
little,
That.
little mate stood behind the bunkers just picking your ball up and throwing it down the
Every
fairway 50
fucking
yards.
molds or
time.
something. Were they?
I don't think he even meant it as a joke. I think it was just genuine. He was just like, "Oh mate, you must have got a kick off the back of that bunker." Like it was a full on like, "All right, yeah." I'll say it again, and I said it when I did the Abu Dhabi. He was like, "I'm playing from down here, mate. So you, whatever, like I'm there. So maybe you should have got the back of the bunker as well." If only could aim for stuff like that, that'd be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, so yeah, tough old court. So you said practice facilities are supposed to be tremendous.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, obviously
short
it's-
game area.
yeah,
and all that.
exactly.
English
I mean,
National
it's-
Golf's home, isn't
Do
it?
you think we're going to get the hallowed pyramid of?
Don't know. Could
Do we
be.
get range balls included? Do you
No,
think?
I don't think
think-
so. I think it's just a normal driving range.
Do you think
I
because it's
don't
the
think-
EGU thing, it's going to be like they'll want money for all that sort of stuff?
I think
It's,
so. Yeah.
But they're really investing it back into the golfing community.
Yeah, we're supporting grassroots golf.
You're supporting the
Which is
100
us.
Yeah.
Grassroots golf.
Supporting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're the definition of grassroots, aren't we? Surely. We've got young kids who are getting into the game that we're trying to inspire. No? Are we not? No, we're not grassroots. You can't claim that at all.
No, we can't at all.
Anyway, shape or form. We ought to talk about the signature hole on the signature hole challenge.
Yes,
Yes,
which
Which has to be
Please.
corrected for the record, by the way. I thought I was 4 down after 4 courses, and I'm not at all. We halved the first in 8. we shot 8 each on the signature hole at
Did
Silly. We did.
8 on the 13th.
Yeah.
Wow.
We both shot an 8. So we halved the first one, and then you went on a run of 3 in a row, and then I halved the last one. So you're 3 up after 5 courses. Which
We have discussed this
feels
before
manageable.
coming on there though, haven't we, Nish?
It
That I
feels
am
manageable.
Still 4 up, right?
is that why you bet on that horse at the Grand National yesterday? 3 up.
It was 3 up.
3 up through 5.
It was called something like that, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
3 under through 5,
No
or 3 up
way.
through 5, or something like that.
yeah.
And I was like,
It was a golf
wicked.
analogy anyway, which I got, and he said, "Oh, this is what I've gone for," and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh, right." And I've seen it.
Well, I mean, our signature
It's 'cause
hole
it's-
challenge is on YT on YouTube now. So the last one, we didn't put the video together from Royal St David's because it was absolutely fucking appalling.
Yeah,
Couldn't have done that.
No.
Like, we were all just terrible on that.
Oh, well, maybe people might like to watch that just because it's
I don't even.
It's
know
Luther's
if
good,
outtake.
it's good for the soul to watch someone else be shit at
footage
golf.
even exist anymore? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe people would start taking pity on you and giving you that charity, being proving that you're grassroots.
We're grassroots.
yeah.
I'm so grassroots, man. Yeah. So it's 3 up. It's been corrected for the record now.
4
It's
up though,
done.
isn't it?
It's,
Though, yeah.
it's 3 up through.
It's definitely
through
4
5
up.
courses.
We talked about this, Nish.
No,
T's and C's of the podcast.
Nobody reads T's and C's. It's done. It's 3. It's on there now. Can't be deleted, even though I can delete it. I closed it. It's 3 up through
More
5.
importantly, I can't delete it.
However,
Yeah, I think
you
that's
can't. You have no access to anything. However, that's still pretty terrible, to be honest. And it's a par 3 coming up, which is your speciality.
Yeah, another par 3. Think from the yellow tee, it's 142 yards, 170 from the championship
I think
tee.
that gives me a chance because that's
Tee.
like, I mean, it feels like it's a flat course, doesn't it? Ish. I don't think there's
Not with a
much
slope rating of
undulation.
149.
I don't think it's very hilly.
I think you'll get generally on
A bit
hills like
of
you'll get kind of a
undulation,
bit of
but-
undulation. Yeah, it's kind of
It's like
that
a
linksy
championship
kind of,
course type thing, isn't it?
It's
Where
that
you
kind of
go
linksy
through,
undulation
yeah.
where you kind of have little.
But I don't think we're going to get like, it's not elevated, it's not loads down.
Probably not.
So,
You know, you get little bits here and there, but yeah,
you know,
probably not
on
that
a
elevation.
hot day,
Tell you what is elevated:
your blood pressure.
the green on the 12th hole.
Is it? It's a elevated green, is
Well,
it?
it's more elevated the fact that you've got all these bunkers around it, and then the one to the left-hand
Of
side.
course. There's 141 bunkers around that green.
Can I have a look at it? I've not actually had a
Is
look at it
actually
myself.
12 foot.
It's 12 foot up. All right, so I was thinking a 9 iron, but this might be an 8 then.
Don't go in that
Ah,
bunker.
do you know what?
I wonder if it's got steps to go down.
With all this like salty, you've got to kick off the back of the bunker talk. I'd love to get back to 2 up, 2 down. Sorry, on a par 3. Get that back. Oh, that's I'm raging for that hole now. I'm going
I might
for
just
it.
helicopter myself in just to watch that hole.
Just go watch
I'm
that
gonna,
hole.
I'm gonna let you win the 11th, so you get the honour, and I'm gonna try and psych you out.
Do we not say we were going to do the honour from the last hole?
And we halved it then, and you won it previously, so you're
still me,
still got the
still
honour.
me to go.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy with that.
yeah.
Assert some pressure.
Don't know. I'm Teflon Don, mate. Pressure just falls off me.
Teflon Don, is that your
Yeah,
name?
That's it.
Teflon Don.
Pressure just
Didn't know
doesn't
that.
stick. I don't feel that pressure. It's internal pressure really more than anything else. Yeah. Okay. Right. So it's what did you say 142?
142 yards, I think,
Ish.
from the, but yeah,
Par
from, yeah,
three.
from the yellow.
12th again.
12th hole again. Yeah, it's the last par 3 of the course, I think.
Oh.
So there might be a few others in the first 9.
Yeah. So we are probably expecting par 3 heavy in the front 9 then.
Possibly.
I'm interested now. I lost a lot of my last round at Reddish. I was absolutely shocking, like full on shocking. Come down from Abu Dhabi, and I lost a lot of very expensive Titleist Pro V1s.
Oh no, you don't use those on Reddish. Come on.
Oh no, I thought I'm playing well here. Like, I'll go around and say no. Or went. I'm back on Titleist Pro V1 late balls now.
You lost a whole. Did you lose a whole box of Pro
They've all
V1s
gone.
in one day?
They've all gone.
Nice.
Well, I'd lost. I think I probably lost a couple at Abu Dhabi anyway.
Right. Okay. But you
And Royal St David's. But
smashed like
I-
10 in a round.
it was honestly, it was awful.
Wow. That
Like,
bad.
driver wasn't going well. Irons, nothing. And it was one of those things where I was like, I think I was trying to improve it and figure out what was going on. It just wasn't
You
happening
just can't
at all.
get it. Yeah.
It was one of those ones where I was going, like, this is the
harder you try, the worse it
cheapskate in me. I
gets.
should have walked off the course and just said, this is terrible. But I was like, I paid for my round, and I'm gonna get my value out of this. And I was with somebody else, so they couldn't really leave them. Like, you carry on, mate.
I'm done here.
Can't play. It was terrible. It was 105. It was. I've not
Well,
shot
yeah.
that for a long
Wow.
time.
Respectable score.
Very creditable, Jim.
Yeah, I mean that's a real turnaround from
22
Abu
shots
Dhabi, isn't it?
swing. And of course that I know
Yeah.
very well.
Wow.
But yeah, is there anything else we want to talk about with this course?
I think you're gonna have an awesome time. It looks stunning. It really does. From looking at the flyovers,
Yeah, it does.
the design looks pretty. I mean, it's going to be challenging as everyone expects, but
It looks interesting, doesn't it?
yeah,
It looks like you got to
fascinating.
think about fascinating. It looks like you got to think about where you're gonna try and place that goal to try and get through this course.
Just do what I do and just step up
step
and
up and
smack
hit
it
it,
and
yeah.
see what happens.
I love it, Jim. That's
I'm
still
starting to think about things a little bit more.
don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I like it's kind of it's because it's just so different to me. I'm like stood up there and there's like 200 things going through my brain and you can almost see me running through each one as I'm stood over the ball. You're just like
Try and hit it
Yeah.
straight.
bang done. And he's just like, oh, I'm just trying to film that, but he's already hit the ball. Right, okay.
I have to do it quickly because I can sense you getting your phone out and then
I
start
wish.
shouting. And I turn around and I'm like, you filmed that, didn't you, you bastard?
I know
that's what put me off.
It doesn't go right. I think it's
I
great.
don't think I
It's
would
great
do
that you
it.
just get down and just hit it. And that's the best way to do it.
I've changed it quite a bit now, haven't I? In the last couple of rounds, I think I've been thinking about things a lot more.
Yeah,
How do you think that's going for you?
Mixed.
yeah.
Early days. It's only my third. I've only had two or three rounds with the new
Three rounds,
bats.
the new bats.
Need to get on the
yeah.
range, Jim. Me
I
and
do,
you
I
need to
do.
we need to get to the range.
Yes.
Need to do some work.
I think you
That's
probably
what I
do
do.
actually.
I think there's a few little
bed it in.
little tweaks you could make which make a big difference to a
Mm.
golf swing. You know, I hate giving golf advice on a golf course. It's something I just don't do.
It's
It
hard, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably a good wider point to chat about. Because it's difficult. Because number one, there's always that thing where you just go. You probably just seen how I play the last hole, right? I'm not in a position to give you any real advice.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you've seen
yeah.
what I've done.
Exactly.
And then secondly, you're like, how is this going to be? We're all friends, so it's fine. And no one's going to go like, oh my god, I can't believe he's done that. But actually, what are they actually going to think about the advice that?
But I just don't think it's the place for it. If you're
the course probably isn't,
like
is it?
changing your swing in the middle of a round
Yeah.
is like just
Why?
it's never gonna fucking work,
Yeah,
right? It's never
yeah.
gonna work. You gotta go and do the work on the range or wherever in the practice ground, wherever you're doing it. You gotta go and do it there. You shouldn't be thinking about swing thoughts and changing your swing on the golf course.
But when I'll be telling you that I'm looking at my stance and
Yeah.
I'm looking to keep it wider, and you're like you said to me, yeah, you're narrowing it again, and so
Yeah.
that is something I'm thinking is probably when I get tied at the
Yeah.
10th hole or something.
Yeah. And you just when you get a few bad shots as well, you go, oh fuck it, I'm just going back to my old way because I feel comfortable with that as well.
Or
don't
I'm
you?
not thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Enough, which I should do.
But out of the 2 rounds that we did do, was there a day that was, in your mind, was better for you?
Well, Abu Dhabi because the score was a lot better, and the front 9 or 10 holes.
I was
were-
just going to say take the score out of it.
the score out of it.
How you hitting it, how you felt about it, because that sometimes the score is misleading, isn't it? You can shoot
yeah.
a good round and actually play shit still. Shitter, but
I think the
Usually
driving
the other way
probably
around.
needed.
Score badly and play well.
yeah.
My driving was erratic, obviously, but towards the end in the back end of Royal St David's, I started to hit some quite nice strikes.
Mm.
Driving it a lot better. I think
Yeah,
it was,
I
I
think
think it's a bit more erratic. I think Abu Dhabi particularly in the first couple of holes. The first hole was fine. The next couple a bit dodgy, but I think my recovery shots, second and third shots, were actually
Yeah, you hit. I
reasonable.
think when you hit a good, you hit more better shots at Abu Dhabi, but I think you were a bit more erratic. I don't know. Is that right?
Can we stop saying erratic?
Are we turning you on,
We've
Nick?
said it a lot this last couple of minutes. This is erratic. It dawned on me after we finished doing the Abu Dhabi review that the significance of you having played your first 2 links courses back to back, like we probably glossed over that a little bit because there will be people listening, I know this, who haven't ever played a links course before, and like me, probably are like the sound impossible to play, don't want to do it, don't want to put myself in that position where I'm getting frustrated with my game. I'm getting psychologically battered by it, and I just can't hold up, can't find the ball. I'm going to lose like 200 golf balls or that kind of thing. Like that's everyday golf, isn't it? That's the everyday golfer. That's what they think, and I'm interested to tap into how you felt, not necessarily the score, but just how you felt about the golf. There's not a lot going on in there, is there?
No.
You didn't think anything. What are you talking about?
Just...
Oh, I think he's erratic. That's it.
I knew it was going to be a challenge. I didn't know how much of a challenge it was going to be, given my experiences on the golf course previously. But I think the whole excitement and build-up, doing the podcasts, everything as well. I was nervously excited, I think is probably the phrase. But when we started playing, I was much more excited than nervous.
Right. Okay.
I felt a bit more pressure, I think, at Royal St David's because it's all very well playing rounds with you guys, you're my mates. But when we're being slowed up a little bit and the next groups are coming back, I'm starting to feel a bit more of the pressure there, and that's a big difference to me.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the fourth. I think the fourth, and I had the par 3, and I had a nightmare. And there was a
stood
group
there,
of 4 just stood on the side there. I was going, I'm going to hit them. And so that's additional pressure.
That's a good way to get rid of the group behind you.
Yeah, injure them. But I didn't approach it any differently to any of the. I'm always nervous when I'm playing golf because it's more about, it's not about how I play. It's about if I'm going to kill someone, by smashing in the face, or I'm going to let go of the club and it's going to hit somebody's window, that type of thing.
So did you find it hard?
Yes.
In both of those rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you?
It was mentally tough, I think, for me.
Did you find at any point that you were like, do you know what? I'm not enjoying this now.
No.
No, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
That's
I was glad because the wheels came off at the end towards the end in Abu Dhabi. I was glad to finish. I think it might have been different if we stayed another night. Well, I had to drive back and then.
Yeah. Your mind's kind of shifted to.
Starting to.
I need to drive home rather than
3.5 hours just to drive. I'm going to get back about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I've got shit to do to get ready for the week.
Yeah.
I remember at one point I sort of looked over at you and I thought, and we discussed it in the review, didn't we? That we felt like we'd lost you for a minute. Like he could walk off this course now happily and just go, "I'll meet you in the bar," sort of thing. If we'd have said, "Jim,"
it's just after that first tee shot, he just had that look in his eye.
Just go straight across. The bar. Go and talk to Denny and test him on Newcastle United results. So because I was aware of that, tried to, and I fully admit I probably didn't go maybe as far as I could have done, but I tried to put your score into perspective a little bit because I was like, you're scoring well, considering, this is a tough course, whatever. You just got a 6 on that, and that was a par 5, and that's a good score, all that kind of stuff. Did you find that it's so difficult that you couldn't see through that, or could you work your way through? I mean, you got through, you finished it, but I'm trying to think, was there anything that you could have done that might have helped you maybe enjoy it more? I don't know. Or did you get the most enjoyment out of it that you probably could have done?
I think a little bit more consistency and practice. I think it's getting used to playing 18 holes, isn't it? If you're not used to it, then you're concentrating for 4.5 hours. I don't think I really let the shots get to me that much. I get frustrated, of course, if you do, if you duff it. I'm thinking I'm better than that. Come on. I shouldn't be playing shots like that. I should be able to hit it, a good few hundred yards, and then it's scuttling along the floor.
But there's also another thing in that. So we shot in the 80s, and you got 106. That's 25% more shots than we played. Like that's significant. it's
In terms of the
decent.
physical aspect
The
of it, you
physical
mean?
aspects of it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and a lot of that was probably
Mm.
from the rough and things like that, where you just like, I feel like I've got to put more energy into it, and that's taking it out of you a bit more.
Well, there is that, yeah. I'm trying to shoot low, so conserve that energy.
Yeah, well,
Kind of Red Bull or Monster or something. I don't touch them.
Two bananas, mate. That's a secret.
Mm.
But yeah, I just find it interesting because again, I think it was what I think Silith was like the third time I'd ever played a links course. I feel like even now we've only played.
What were the first two times, Nish?
I can't say the place's name. Starts with
Royal and
rhymes with
rhymes-
Earthdale. Just gonna keep coming back and haunting me this. Yeah, the feel like that fear factor of a links course has disappeared really quickly because we've only played 5 courses, of which SNA
Yeah.
probably we would say that was a really true, like that was a bit of a mixture course.
It's a bit of a mixture. It doesn't feel. Yeah.
Abu Dhabi, Royal St David's, SNA.
Yeah.
Moortown wasn't. Moortown was inland, Heathlands or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even in that, I feel like that intimidation factor has disappeared. I'm not like looking at it going.
Yeah, I know
Weather-
what you mean.
weather has
I know what
helped.
you mean,
Weather's
but
helped, yeah,
I
of
think
course.
two things.
Yeah.
We've not played anywhere where the rough's been up.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Which we will do later on this year.
Yeah, so like Scotland,
next
you're
few
going to get
months.
some proper rough there.
Yeah.
And we've not really played with anywhere with wind.
We won't in the full 10 years, Chris. I'm telling
True.
you.
I mean, Friday is like 20 degrees and it's
Mate.
April. Like, what's going on?
If anybody wants to play, just book golf around about when
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
playing.
just come.
It's
Yeah.
That's just it. We're just like it's all them chemtrails are spreading around, like just in the weather. No, but it's. I mean, long may that continue. God touch wood, all
Absolutely.
that kind of thing. You know, all that can continue. I get it. I get that. But I think also if it feels to me like it's one of those things where you can play your way into something, can't you, a little bit? And if you play your way into courses in good weather, in good conditions, rough's not up.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost that fear factor of.
I mean, think about links golf.
intimidation factor.
As long as you're accurate, you're fine.
That's it. So I'm picked up a few lessons from having
Yeah,
played
yeah,
them
from playing
and
a
like
few,
what
yeah.
you should do.
Yeah.
I feel like when we do inevitably hit, because we are in the UK, we're going to hit some shitty weather at some point, that I feel better mentally prepared for that. But if you don't have experience of that, first time playing, we got so lucky again with the 2 days. But even with the 2 days, like RSD day, the weather was blinding,
Yeah.
and we came off that course, and weirdly, I was more tired after that day than having played the second lot of 18 after Abu Dhabi. I don't know whether it's because we were dehydrated, whatever.
I think we were just
it
sitting
was,
waiting
but-
around in the sun a lot, weren't we? So you just kind of give that general kind of tiredness.
But that kind of nice weather just eased you into it, and I don't know. Has it? If now we said we're going to go and play a tough links course, Jim, do you want to come and play with us? Take away all the other stuff around it. In terms of a course, is that something that fills you with dread, nervousness? Actually,
I'll be
easy
excited
going.
to play them all. I really would, because I thoroughly enjoyed both days. And golf is a great sport. It really is, and I'm starting to enjoy it as I play more. More and more and more. So it wouldn't fill me with dread. I think you probably, as you become a better golfer, then you start to adapt your game a little bit more as well, don't you? And when you can play a little bit better rather than just hit and hope, I suppose, which is what a lot of golfers do, including myself. So
Close your eyes, sit it.
it's not quite like that. But getting used to the clubs as well,
Yeah.
that makes a big difference. But I'm thinking getting there slowly. I mean, I don't practice, so I need to. But yeah, no, I'd certainly.
It doesn't put you off.
It doesn't put me off at all. No.
But I think that's an important point, then, isn't it? Again, somebody's like going, right, it isn't going to put you off your game of golf. You might shoot high, you might not. You might hit a good day, all that kind of thing. All those things. That's just generally like if I book around at Reddish Vale, it's the same thing. You're like,
Yeah.
if the weather's awful that day, your mood changes accordingly, and
Yeah, of
and it's
course it does.
impacted. But that's interesting that you're not totally put off, and it's like actually no,
Not put off at all. Not totally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's good. That should be encouraging for anybody who does want to. Well, I'm thinking from the point of view of somebody who is listening, who's like, I'm going to play 1 or 2 courses in my life that are like these top 100 courses. We've waxed lyrical about Abu Dhabi and how good that course is to go and play, and it's worth the effort.
definitely.
But if you do catch it on a bad day, you could do howling wind and whatever, and you've pre-booked your round and you're gonna go and do it. Can't really get out of it, can you? You gotta
You do
gotta
it,
but
yeah. That's part of the game, isn't it? It's part of life. I hike quite a lot. You can't choose the weather in the mountains.
yeah.
It could be blowing 50 miles an hour.
Errori, as we Errori.
Yes,
Yeah,
there as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be pissing it down. You just dress appropriately
Yeah.
for the conditions, and then you just get on with it. Simple as that. Makes it more difficult, but does it reduce the enjoyment? A little bit, perhaps, but
Mm.
you're there for a particular reason.
So I've been building up to this. Do you fancy playing instead of me on the Hotchkin course? Because it sounds really hard. Bunkers are not my forte at all.
Well, the answer is no, because it's a challenge and that you've committed to it already. So,
Can I not live vicariously through you?
yeah, I don't think that would stand up in
No.
in the terms and conditions.
You can wear I'll get you a mask. You can wear a mask. Okay, well, look, I am still excited about this course actually because it came about very quickly and it was
Yeah.
like, it's available, we can do it.
Yeah.
But actually, then you start reading about it, and yeah,
I think it's going to be one of those again that we don't really have any expectations for it. We're going in there thinking, oh, it's going to be hard. I think we'll probably come away going, that was actually
loved it.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
it's a bit like that with Moortown. Remember with Moortown? I remember
Yeah,
that
exactly.
feeling.
Really low expectations.
Yeah, we're kind of like, I just know a little bit about the history, but don't know much about the course. And then came up with, I mean, what were your famous words? I think I like this place better than Silith.
Silith, yeah. I mean, that only
She
lasted
took that back
2
really
hours,
quickly,
but
though. Mr. Cumbrian took it back. It's like, please don't take my citizenship away from me, please. Silith, you're still number one. I'm fascinated to know what course topples Silith for you.
Well, it's already predetermined, Nish, that there isn't going to be
There
one.
isn't.
It is number one. We can just scratch off the other 95.
All of these messages
Yeah.
now, the context, it all makes sense now. I'm getting it. It's like, for me, Silith's still number one. Oh, right, yeah. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I should have said before we start this challenge was all just born out of me. I've just joined the Cumbrian Golf Board. That's what it is.
Promote
so I'm
Silith.
just promoting Silith. It's essentially all this whole challenge is about.
I'm glad we got to it.
I know,
34
yeah.
episodes in, we just finally
I've just
got
saved
to the
you
truth.
9.5 years. So
Just got to the truth.
yeah.
I'm glad you confessed to that, Chris. I will add now. I think we've finished our review, haven't we? I think our preview. I should say we're ready for the challenge ahead. But we have put things that we've mentioned in this episode, like the signature hole challenge. That's up on the website, which is top 110.
Have we actually done the signature hole? The challenge is bunkers, or are we doing it? What's the signature hole?
No, that's the
signature hole is just the low. Yeah, sorry. Side bet is
the
bunkers.
bunkers.
Signature hole is the 12.
Is
just
who
the
wins
usual.
the hole.
Who wins the hole?
Just to I'll just rock up.
Like the highest number of bunkers that you get into is means that you lose. Just to clarify.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad he did that.
And what happens if
because I know what you're like.
No, yeah, just
Mr. T and C.
Here comes Pedant's Corner. So.
Another episode.
I need a jingle for that. Da, 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 Pedant's Corner.
So you go in a bunker, right, off the tee. You try and get out the bunker. Comes back in the bunker. Is that 2 bunkers? Or is that 1 bunker?
1 bunker.
So you take 10 shots to get out of a bunker. That's still 1 bunker.
Yeah. It's just finding the bunker in the original.
This
right,
changes everything. In my favour, I think that, to be fair, because I'm not going to get out of it, so that's fine. That's good for me. Right, so it's
just finding a bunker in the first instance.
If you find a bunker, that's a notch on your score.
Yeah.
And then whoever's got the highest. Loses.
Even if it comes out, hits the turf, and then comes back in the bunker, still 1 bunker.
Fucking hell, right? We're really getting technical now.
You know.
Okay.
What if right?
What do you do for a living?
I've got another thing. What if you play your tee shot, it lands in the fairway, a magpie picks it up and drops it in the bunker? Does that count?
Good point.
Yes.
We should have provision for that.
Because there is what course is it? Is it Hurlstone Hall?
It's called an albatross.
Well, I think there is it's not a bird of prey as such, but a big bird.
Albert the owl.
who steals the golf balls and puts them in the and moves them from
puts them in the
from
pro shop.
fairway. Yeah, possibly.
Well, there's the seagull picks the ball up, doesn't it? Is it sawgrass or something like that? Picks the ball up and drops it in the water.
Oh, I don't know. What is so the rule is just that's it. You lost your ball. That's the nature.
No, I think you get to replace it if it gets moved by it. If it gets moved by something else, you can.
I mean, I don't know. It depends how how much time I spend on Instagram. I'm on there all the time, but I don't know if you saw recently they had a tournament on. I think it was in Hawaii actually, and there was an absolute unit of an alligator in the
Oh,
room.
yeah.
I've seen those.
It
yeah, I've
looked
seen
like
that
a
years ago,
dinosaur.
yeah.
That thing. I was like,
They
imagine
are.
you're
They're all
playing your
advances.
shot and you're just on the edge of that rough and you just hear a rustling behind you. I mean,
But
no, thank you.
Oh, no,
So
I
I
did see that one.
played.
I saw the one where there's one of the golfers who's walking down and the alligator's just on the side of the lagoon, and then one of them just jumps and screams and runs away, and the other one just taps it in a fucking.
But I've done this. So I
into
played golf in Florida. So we were living. So we went for a couple of weeks. Went to Disney, and we had a house on the golf course basically. And we'd been there for about a week. And everyone said, "Oh yeah, all these ponds full of alligators." Not seen a single alligator all week. So me and my dad, like halfway through the holiday, go out and play around the golf. Dad hits the ball down near one of the ponds. Goes and plays his shot from what he thinks is next to a log. No kidding. Hits the ball. As he starts walking off, this alligator goes and runs into the water. I'm like,
It was right next to him, was
it
it?
was literally like from me to Jim away, so like a meter
Bloody
away
hell.
from him. And he hits his ball, and the thing just scuttles off into the water.
I mean,
And then from then on in, we just saw like alligator. They're everywhere.
yeah, he spotted them everywhere because
Yeah.
and because he hadn't seen one, he was like, well, whatever.
Okay, but so no one in the house had seen it all week, an alligator, and then we went back and we were like, "Did you see an alligator?" And they're like, "Yeah,
We
yeah."
saw loads of logs around.
There's one at the end. There's one at the end of the pool there.
So many logs on this course.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just so
What's
untidy.
the weather like? The trees falling over all the time.
How windy does it get in Florida?
I swear that
Hurricanes.
I'm pretty sure that log just winked at me. Pretty sure it winked at me. Imagine that as a thing that you need to worry
I mean, it's an
about,
extra
isn't it?
hazard, yeah. I mean,
I know some people. I won't name any names, but I know some people who are tight as you like when a ball goes into the rough. They will take their full 3 minutes looking for the golf ball.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I would love them to try that when you know there's alligators in the rough. Like, you go
just
look for your ball, mate.
dive it into the pond.
You made me wait plenty of times looking for yours. You go look for it now. You have to look for it. Not letting you off.
Well, I hope you have an exceptional round anyway. I mean, it'll be a great day out, and look forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah. What time are we
Yeah.
teeing off?
12. Yeah. Lovely middle of the day time.
Nice.
Just it's kind of spitting it.
Take
down here and
sunscreen.
there, but oh yeah, I think we're gonna need that.
Take a tangerine.
Take your sunscreen
Sunscreen, yeah. More,
Take a
more,
tangerine
more
as well.
important than a tangerine.
and a few bananas.
Take your tangerine. That's new catchphrase. Take your tangerine. I mean, oh god, yeah, I love that. Yes, okay. So I think we're done with that now, aren't we? We're all good.
Good to
Looking
go.
forward to it. Should be a good day. Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna be a good. It's gonna be a bloody great day. It's a Friday, hot, playing golf
At the home of English golf.
at the home of English golf. It's like, yeah, it's like making a pilgrimage.
Sure, why not?
That's like the Wembley of golf.
Is that not
Well,
St.
it
Is that
doesn't-
not St Andrews?
Kind of doesn't have a ring to it, does it?
Nah,
Like we're going to
so
go
it's
play
more
the
like-
National Golf Centre.
It's more like the Cardiff Stadium, isn't it? When Wembley's out of commission.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of that to St Andrews.
It's like an FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park. That's what it is. Yeah. Wonderful. Right. We'll have a good round. Of course, we will report back on our round and let you all know how that went. We'll let you know, Jim. And fingers crossed for a signature hole, par 3. I'd love to do that on a par 3. It'd be great. That. I think I'm getting a bit competitive with this signature hole now. Now it's gone down on YouTube.
So competitive that you just started cheating.
Ooh, wow. That's a killie, isn't it? Ooh. This was going.
Handbags.
This is so cordial, wasn't it?
Is that why I'm in the middle now?
34 episode, yeah. Moved you into the middle. Love it. But yeah, please, if you could like, subscribe, share the episode. Yeah, it's great. It's nice. Actually, we ended up on the Japanese top 100. I think we were like, I took a picture because I was like, what has happened here?
You are? We ended up in the Japanese top 100.
For podcasts,
Oh, right, okay.
we're on
Golf podcasts, not just.
It's golf podcasts, yeah.
We-
We are in the charts in Japan at 48. That's a new entry.
How many? Are there even 100 different podcasts in
There's
Japan?
probably 48, but it's fine. Counts as top 100. I'm going to sound a bit mushy about this, but it does gladden the heart when you see stuff like that. I mean, the South African one was crazy for me. I was like,
Where are you now, though, in South Africa?
I'm not going to say. Let's not.
Is it like top of the pops? Are you going to the number?
Let's not focus on South Africa now. Let's not.
Let's move on to Japan. Come on, Jim.
Let's move on to Japan.
Times have changed.
48. Come on, Japan. Do your thing. Get us higher up those rankings. Next time on the Top 110 Golf Podcast, we'll be reviewing the US Masters at Augusta, which is always a special week.